Hello everyone, Deano here, and I'm here to bring you another indie spotlight. This time around it's Lords of Football, and I'm going to show you basically what this game is. This game recently came out on Steam, and it's basically it's like a mixture of Football Manager as well as The Sims. And first of all, I'm just going to show you a brief overview of what you can do. So in this screen you can choose from over 5 nations. You choose England, Spain, France, Germany and Italy. I'm going to choose England and show you what you can do. In this menu you can choose a team out of this selection and this selection as well. We've basically got the Premier League, Championship, and they've got PES styled names like Birmingham Lions, Liverpool Fighters, Liverpool Griffins, etc, etc. I think that gives it a better and more variety of names instead of, just Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, etc. Yeah, also I'm just going to choose a random team. I'm not going to do anything from here. I'll choose Derby. Funny enough, I did that happen last time I chose a random team. You can edit the team name, so you can basically make a team of your dreams. Like you can edit the team name, which I thought was pretty cool. You can make a whole new logo if you wanted to as well. You can create different kit. The selection you choose between the shirt, the shoes, the socks. We should make a random kit, which I'll probably go into that and show it off a little bit. So you just choose your kit from here. Choose what you want, how you want it to be styled. See, like that there. And then also, one of the cool things that I find pretty cool is that you can edit the players' names. So it doesn't have to be all these players. You can have your own. You can make your own like dream team if you want, out of your friends, out of celebrities, whatever. And you can give them nicknames as well, which is pretty cool. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into a game that I've started previously and show you what I've done, and I'll show you around the game itself. So if I load, yeah, that's my full name, but I don't care because, yeah, Roundtable FC, because that's the name of the channel. Now this game is pretty cool because you can choose what training exercises you want your certain players to do, and I'll show you as we get into the game when it decides to load up. Should probably have cancelled out this screen, but I've got some stuff to talk about. Because say, look, you can do natural fitness there, or stamina, as it says down the bottom. As you can see, they're clearly running. And then also a thing with The Sims as well is that after training, the players will go out and do extra activities that they would otherwise do. So, say here we are. Say I recently had my gymnasium upgraded because I completed certain challenges. Say not relevant to this indie spotlight, but it's good. Right, that thing there, that what it was is that some players can get like addicted to certain things like gambling, sex, like drinking and stuff. So it's basically like a really nice way of saying that players can get like hooked to outside things. So in this screen you have the gymnasium, which is where you can tell your players to do certain things like strength, natural fitness, and like strength, that will increase your strength. I have menus of my defenders, and you've got also natural fitness, which is like, just general fitness. You've got physiotherapy that helps players recover from injuries. You've got your locker room, where I basically at the moment have my players to do their tactical skills. Clinic, that helps reduce their addiction to different things. Like I said earlier, I'll give you a list. You've got addiction, sex, party, gambling, food, ego and alcohol. Like they're basically all self-explanatory, except egos, they must be massive twats, but that's not the point. You've got running track, where you can make players do speed or stamina. I'm probably at this point going to get my midfielders to increase their speed. And one nice thing about this game is that you can pretty much just click and it picks all of them up, and you can just put them on the running track, which is pretty cool. These two things down here is gather all players here, and like that's all for the day. And yeah, and they're off running, which is not what I wanted to show you. But you got the main pitch as well, which you just choose what you want. I think this is a really cool aspect of the game, it's, as they said, it's genre defying because it's a whole new thing. Like, you've got Football Manager mixed in with the, ignore those notifications, you've got Football Manager mixed in with The Sims, because you have to manage your players as well as, yeah, go on the running track, stupid midfielder. Yeah, they'll waste time as well, which is pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. Say out here as well, you got the Sims part of it. You got you got all your different things where players can get addicted to different things. Right, that's it for this screen. I will be back when we're at a game, which will be when this bar is completely full. Well, actually, I'll come back at night time and show you when the players go off. So I'll be back in a bit. Right, now that it's night time, the players will go off and do the things that they would do in the evening. So if I speed it up, and they'll all go to the locker room. Like, I really like this bit of the game because it adds to the players' diversity. Like, they can do what they want after the game. Because say if we go up here, you've got players in the casino, you've got players in the pub, you've got players in the restaurant, the fan club, the disco, and they'll get addicted to different things. Like in the fan club, their main activity is to get their ego out there, which they'll get addicted to because they'll be massive dicks to other players in the game, which is what I don't want. Then you've got the disco as well, like they'll just get drunk and etc. That's pretty much all about the night. There's not really that much. Actually, as it's night time, I could probably go to the main office and show you, talk about the challenges that I was talking about earlier. I probably shouldn't speed up the game, so it might lag a little bit. If it lags, I apologise, but you just want to hear what I'm talking about because it's not really important. So you get to unlock different things, like poker tournament unlocked at the pub, except that was just increased gambling, but I guess I'll make the players more happy. I don't really know. I've played this game a little bit, but not as much as I want to sink a lot of time into this game because it's worth the time and money. Because I'm at the top of the table. Like, one thing that I don't like about this game is that it's too easy to win games, I think, in my opinion, unless other people have differences where they find it really difficult. But that's my point. You can also go to the transfer market, find your club info, etc, etc. Right, I will be back when we have a game and I will show you the first half of a football match and then I will wrap up. So I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, actually there's probably no point because it's the start of the match. It will be. So we are playing the Peterborough Kings and I will show you the tactical editor before we get in. Like, you can basically just make your own formations here. Like your right backs, you can play as far back as you want. You can have wing backs, centre mids, etc. Like, you basically know if you followed football before. Yeah, he had a red card last game. And quite a lot of them recently. But yeah, also in the tactical editor, get set how you want your team to attack. Do you want to attack mixed, or down the centre, or down the flanks, or how you want to press the opponent's players. You want to press them hard. Like, this pretty much is self-explanatory. Counter attack, how do you want them to pass, mentality, set, tackling, whatever, special roles. Okay, he's taking my penalties because Tanner, as you're going to watch this video, you can't take penalties to save your life. But enough about that. I probably offended him too much now. Yeah, just auto pick. Who's playing? That's a good lineup. Some of these people I know in real life, some are made up, and some are from the channel. So people from the channel, you get to see how well you play. Yeah, let's start the match and I'll show you the first half of a game. One thing that I don't like about this game is that you can't do a team talk, which I think is a bit bad, and the fact that there's no pause menu in the game either. So we're off for the first half of this game in Lords of Football. So one cool thing I'm going to point out immediately is this pause function. I could tell him, Japet, to pass to Philip or Tanner or Jamil Adam. Yeah, Jamil Adam makes an appearance in this game. So the minor, wow, what a name. But yeah, one thing I also don't like about this game that they need to fix in this match engine is that you get fouled ridiculously easy. But the match engine is a bug in itself. Like, I've had it where, say, I would take a free kick here where I circle the mouse and one of my players would be over here, like just generally derping. Actually, he was offside. I don't think he was though, but yeah, I'm going to make a little bit more use of this pause menu. I could tell him to mark him, either because sometimes it won't let me for some reason. It's either I'm doing something wrong. Well, I didn't right click, I was doing something wrong. I could tell Philip to mark him. I could tell Tanner to run back here, but for some reason it's not letting me, probably because I'm doing something wrong again. And I could tell him to stand in between those two players so that he could just easily jump on the ball. We have a goal kick. Yeah, if some of the things in the match changing pop up that I find buggy and weird, then I'll say. Yeah, another two functions in the game you have is the defend quickly button and the counter attack button. I'm going to make it so Alvin there comes in for a quick tackle, but I can't. No, I don't want you to do that. Cancel that. There we go. Right, I want Rednuts there to mark that player, so they don't get across. And oh, it doesn't matter because Alvin tackled him anyway. So yeah, so up there you've got your scoreboard. The crowd in this game are really nice because they actually chant, which is pretty nice. I know they do it in other games, but this game it just wows me a little bit. There you got the running track around here. And another thing that I don't like is that in the thing you can't change the name of your stadium. Like this was Brighton Seagulls originally, and it stuck to the Seagulls Stadium, and you can't change it. You could probably change it someplace in the code, and that was a terrible pass. Another reason why this match engine needs to be fixed. Let's look at the player stats. Here you got the player stats, you got their morale. Like the majority of the team is happy. That's their fitness bar, and then obviously that's where they play it. Obviously that's where they play. That's their rating. So yeah. Oh, and here's a card decision. But obviously yellow cards and red cards. Simple football. But the thing I don't understand is I swear before, unless I've just seriously misunderstood, is that I've seen teams be able to sub on like 4 or 5 players. That may have been one game. That was a good save by you there, Puddy. Well played. I'll get sidetracked. What was I talking about? The fact that... Actually, what was I talking about? I'll remember in a minute. Not very good for an indie spotlight, but got to go with the flow. I can't remember what I was talking about. Damn you, Puddy, for saving that. Oh yeah, the substitutions, that was it. I swear a team brought on like 4 or 5 substitutes, and you just can't do that. Yeah, this match end is really weird because look, he'll do all these skills around these players. It looks like he'll get tackled. And also he's clean through on goal. I can tell him to shoot, and if I hope he scores, but sometimes they just completely derp and miss. Because I've had him, like, this is what Tanner was in that position, and they would shoot all the way over here. And it's like, why? So there are some things, and I'll finally go over in the final bit of this review about the things that need to be improved in this game. Number 1, the match engine for sure. This is a nice little replay. Phil hit the bar and Tanner finished it off. Number 1, the match engine needs to be fixed, because that would be a massive letdown for this game. The fact that there's so many bugs, like I said about the free kicks, it might happen here. Oh no, it didn't happen here. But like I've had it, like as I said earlier, it's like where it just player just dirt. Like match engine is probably number 1 priority. Number 2 is that they need a pause button in the like training area, because otherwise you can't pause it unless you press escape. Like escape's the ultimate pause, like that. That's how you pause it. But they need a pause function, because like I've had it sometimes where I've tried to put all my players somewhere and it's like nearly been the end of the day. I think another thing in this is that you should be able to hire coaches to help you. Actually, that was a bit weird. He was like facing this way and he threw it like that. Weird. Another thing as well is that you should be able to hire coaches, because to like increase, this is just like what I think, is that you'd be able to increase the amount of like specialisation they get. To say if you got like an attacking coach and you put him in the area of like the heading, then it will make it a lot better, because like they'll just increase thing and it'll make it a bit more realistic, as you would have a coach other than just all the players. There's quite a lot of other things, but I have been Dino, and this has been the Indie Spotlight for Lords of Football. This game is currently on Steam for £25, probably about $30 and a bit more in euros. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.